Sasamupada, dependent origination, the last and final talk of this topic. Talk number 23. In this talk, we are going to discuss regarding the questions and answer between monks, bhikkhu, and the Buddha described in the division of aggregates. Khanda Vaga. Once, a group of 500 monks, meaning many, came and paid respect to the Buddha. And the group leader, the leading bhikkhu of the group, asked the Buddha to explain regarding the 5 aggregates, Pincha Khanda, and the aggregates of clinging, Upakhandak Khanda. 5 aggregates and aggregates of clinging. I'm going to paraphrase here. We all are always worried or concerned that we might catch a cold, a cough, get ill or sick, fall into trouble and danger. We are always concerned and worried about it. And in here, people or we means 5 aggregates, Pincha Khanda. We are the 5 aggregates. The people are the 5 aggregates. And again, we are worried, afraid, and fearful of danger and illness fallen upon us, because we love and cling to ourselves. That clinging to ourselves is called aggregates of clinging. Upadanak Khanda. Basically, 2 words, Upadana and then Khanda. Upadana is clinging, grasping. Khanda is aggregates. When you put the 2 together, it sounds like Upadanak Khanda. So that's how Buddha explained what is the 5 aggregates and what are the aggregates of clinging. And then the monk asked another question. Are the 5 aggregates and aggregates of clinging, are they the same or different? And the Buddha answered, it is neither. The 5 aggregates are the aggregates of the body, rupa, aggregates of the body, rupa khanda, aggregates of the feeling, vedana khanda, aggregates of perception, sanya khanda, aggregates of mental formation, sankhara khanda, and aggregates of consciousness, vijnana khanda. The Buddha answered, these two are neither same or different. And aggregates of clingings are aggregates of body, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. And the aggregates of clinging is intense craving or strong attachment to the five aggregates. That's aggregates of clinging. Intense craving or strong attachment to the five aggregates. These two are neither the same nor are they different. That was the answer. And the monk asked another question. What is the wrong view of self? Wrong view of self in Pali is called Sakkaya Ditthi. What is Sakkaya Ditthi? What is the wrong view of self? And the Buddha answered, it is a belief that the five aggregates are a person, an individual, you, me, or I. And that is wrong view of self. Wrong view of self is believe these five aggregates. Your body, your feeling, your perception, your mental formation, and consciousness are taken as a person, an individual, you or I. And that is called wrong view of self, Sakkaya Ditthi. And all other wrong views born out of that. There are altogether 62 wrong views. But the key one is the Sakkaya Ditthi. From that it flows to various angles and various point of views. And the monk asks again, what is abandonment of the wrong view of self? And the Buddha answered, knowing body as body, but not a self. Knowing feeling as feeling, but not a self. Knowing perception as perception, but not a self. Knowing mental formation, sankhara, as mental formation, but not a self. Knowing consciousness as consciousness, but not a self. knowing each factors, knowing each factor as they really are, or knowing each factor as it is, but not self. The 5 aggregates are not me, not I, not mine. Knowing each aggregate is not self or non-self is the abandonment of the wrong view of self. That was the Buddha answer. There are 5 aggregates, and each conveys their own function. And when you observe each of them, you come to know they are a process. They are a segment of a phenomenon operating on their own and doing its own function. Feeling is to feel, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feeling. Body, rupa, aggregates of body. But the physical part is eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, tongue to taste, body to experience a touch sensation. That's a function. That's it. That's nothing to do with the self. It's just doing its own job, own function. And the function of perception is to make a mark. To make a mark to any object that you come in contact with, so that you can cognize or recognize these again. That's a function. Mental formation. Those are a series of qualities of the mind. They come into one after the other and formed to complete or to interface or to experience the object. A whole bunch of emotions and mental qualities. They are doing their job, and vijnana, consciousness, is simply the quality or ability to be aware. You must know each one as it is. They are separate. They are different. They are not self or a soul. So that was the Buddha answer. And we mentioned there's many monks. They always say 500. They always use the word 500. It doesn't mean that exactly 500 in the scripture. That means many. A whole group. Large audience. And as in the group of 500, one of the monk was thinking, after hearing what Buddha mentioned about non-self, this non-self, not a self, non-self. One of the monk in the group thinking and become afraid that if these aggregates are non-self, he will be left alone and there's nothing to depend upon. If they are all non-self, you will be left alone, and there is nothing left to depend upon. Got scared. And then he carry on with the knowledge that he have. But in his knowledge he believed, maybe I could depend on karma. Okay. I can't depend on the 5 aggregates, but maybe I can depend on karma. Because it was said, karma follows beings, living beings, any kind of living. Living beings. Karma follow living beings from life to life to life. That was his understanding. So said, well, maybe I can depend on karma. It follows you like from one life to the other. What is happening is, it seems like a drowning man clutching the last straw he can reach. It's nothing to depend and scare and try to grab something within his reach. That monk accepted aggregates are impermanent and non-self. He didn't argue against it. But out of his fear, I think as karma follows one like a shadow, karma follows one like a shadow, that karma must be permanent and dependable. Karma must be dependable and permanent because it's always following one like a shadow. That was his thought process. Buddha knew that monk's thoughts and his dilemma with his psychical power. He knew his thoughts. Even nowadays we hear some people can read thoughts or understand thoughts. Buddha knew that monk's thoughts and said, just casually, without emphasizing on anything, he said, one who is governed by ignorance, avijja, and detected by craving, tanha, governed by ignorance and detected by craving, and cling to self, would depend on karma. The monk was depending on the karma, and the Buddha said, yeah, one will depend on karma. And whoever depends on karma is totally governed, controlled, influenced by ignorance. And that one is totally under the direction of craving. And that one clutches to self. Those kind of people will depend on karma. That was Buddha's answer. Not answer, he knew the thought, so he just mentioned it as a continuation to the abandonment. But at the same time, Buddha picked up karma and answer or mention that way. So karma in Sanskrit, karma in Pali, K-M-M-A. What is karma? Karma is action. All actions, whether it's the physical action, verbal action, or mental action, those actions are called karma. But of course, that is the very easy way to look, see, and hear, and do with. But actually, it is the volition or intensity of desire or wanting to do behind that action. That is karma. The volition, cetana, which is the intensity, the urges to do that mental thought, mental action or verbal action or physical action. That's karma in a precise way. But let's keep it actions. 3 kinds of actions: physical, verbal, and mental. That is karma. In our everyday life, we use the word karma. Quite often, we use the word karma loosely, without giving much thought. See, if something good happening to someone, something bad happening to someone, we say, oh, it's your karma. It's according to your karma. We don't even say it's according to your karma. It's your karma. Happening good is your karma. Happening bad is your karma. Like referring karma as a result. Good things happening. Good things happening is a result. Bad things happening, it's a result. And when you say it's your karma, automatically it means karma is the result. In our daily language, daily usage, that's how we are using. And also, at the back of our mind, that's how we think. That way of understanding is the incorrect understanding of the meaning of karma. Karma is action. Karma is action. Whenever there's an action, we all know there's a reaction or response or result. When you do something, some results come out. When you punch somebody, that somebody get angry. When you yell at somebody, somebody got sad. Cause and effect, cause and result. So karma is action, or it is the cause. As there's a cause, there's a result. The result of karma, the effects due to karma arises. And that is called vipaka, resultant. The result or the effect of karma is called resultant. vipaka. Karma is the cause, vipaka is the effect. Karma is the action, vipaka is the resultant. So, when we say karma follow you like a shadow, in the books you will read that word. Karma follows you like a shadow. Karma is your father and mother. Karma is your inheritance. What it means is the result of the karma, the effects of the karma follows you like a shadow. Not the karma following you, the result, the effects follow you like a shadow. So don't take it literally, but our usage are become corrupted and we use it in a way as a result to karma. And also there are many other causes as well. Okay? This kind of thinking, this line of thinking suggests karma follow you. Karma follow a living being from life to life to life. You are going from life to life and that karma is following you from life to life to life. Or the result of the karma. If you take that way, if you take that view literally, one has a wrong view of self, a wrong view of a being. Okay. Karma follows one's like a shadow from life to life. And if you take it as literally as it is mentioned, then you have a belief. That belief is the wrong view of self. If you take the karma that way, you are living with a wrong view of self. Wrong view of self based on karma. Okay. Wrong view of self can come from many different points. But this point, you have a wrong view of self based on karma. In Pali, it's called karma vada satara deiti. Deiti is a wrong view. Satara is being, living beings. Wrong view of a living beings. Karma vada is based on the belief of karma. Wrong view of being arising based on the principle of karma. You do good, good results happen. You do bad, bad results happen. It follows you like a shadow. That's a principle. And most of us, we think and we believe that way because we take it very loosely, we don't analyze it, we don't dissect it. Most of us think and take loosely in the way that is being explained. Wrong view of self based on karma. Karma vada satara deiti. Karma precisely is volition. Karma, volition, or cetana in Pali. Karma, volition is like any other mental factors. Mental factors, cetasika. just like any other mental factors. It arises and passes away instantly. Karma arises and passed away. Volition arises and passed away. Just like any other mental states, mental factors. Altogether 52 Cetasika. They are exactly the same. However, karma is action. We know that it's the action, volition behind the action. So let's just call it action. And action karma is action. Another way to look at this, karma is the cause. Doing something, causing something. So there must be an effect. If there's a cause, there's an effect. And this effect of karma, this effect or this result of karma can arise immediately or a little later, or delayed quite some time in this life, or even it could delayed into the next lives. So these effect or result can arise immediately or delayed. Delayed potentiality. It's a potential. Delayed potentiality to produce result in the future lives manifests only when right conditions are present. They don't just simply pops up the result. There's a potentiality going on, but they will manifest into a result, an effect, when the right conditions, a set of conditions are met. That's how it works. There's arising and passing away, or arising and the solution of mind, okay, is the cause. Our mind arises and our mind passed away. That arising and passing away of the mind is the cause, and arising and passing away of another mind is the effect. That's how the mind goes. One mind has to arise and pass away so that another mind can arise and pass away, and then another, and then another, and then another, in a linear function. No two minds arises at the same time. But we think we do because the mind is so fast. Or you can call it Jeta, consciousness. Jeta, Cetasika, together, they're one and the same because all are spontaneously happening at the same time, together. So sometimes we talk separately, sometimes we talk as collectively. The nature of the succeeding and preceding mind, okay? The nature of the succeeding and preceding mind are not exactly the same. There are two minds. One passed away, another arises. One passed away, another arises. But these minds are not exactly the same. But at the same time, these two minds, succeeding and preceding, they have a lot of similarities in it, similarities and qualities in it, because they have a causal relationship. One has to disappear so that another can arise. Due to that causal relationship, there's a lot of similarities between these two minds, or between these two specific consciousness. They are not exactly the same, but there are so many similarities. To understand that, let's take up our physical world and see. Okay? Father and mother, parents, produce a son. Let's just call it father and son. The father, because of the father, the son comes to be. They are entirely two different persons. But at the same time, look at their DNA, because DNA is the building block of this whole body, what you call me and you, the father or the son. There's a very high degree of similarity in DNA with a few variations, some variations. See? They are totally two separate persons, but at the same time, they are not actually totally separate persons. They are related through cause and effect. And there's a lot of similarities in DNA and genes. Physical, science, proved, we believed. The same thing, the succeeding mind and preceding mind. They are two different separate minds, but they have a lot of similarities in it. So just to go right to the point, otherwise we'll be long-winded and won't end this Dhamma talk. If one die with a wrong view in this life, I die with a wrong view in this life, I'll be reborn, rebirth, with a wrong view. In the next life, another person. If one die with a wrong view, one will be reborn with a wrong view, because there's a causal relationship. That's how we are thinking about karma. Basically, that is karma. But I simply put it with the wrong view. A person die, a person reborn. So, result of karma follows you like a shadow from life to life. It's a wrong view of self. But now we know the potentiality goes on. One consciousness, another consciousness, one mind and another mind, one person and the person in the next life. They are different, but there's a lot of similarities. The imprints, similarities goes on because of the causal relationship. And that's why there are quite a few people ask, how does karma travel from one life to the other? Do they clutch into something, corrupt onto something, or transported by what? That kind of angle and ask question. No, they are not holding on to anything. The potentiality, the imprints of these karma from one conscious to another consciousness, from one mind to the another mind, from this life to the next life, is there because of the causal relationship. The other arises not totally out of nothing. It arises because the former mind passes away. There's a connection. So this karma, what we say, following you from life to life, is a wrong view of self. It is simply a mental process, mental phenomenon, or you can call it the principle of mind. It is arising of the delayed result, connected through causal relationship in a stream of consciousness. That stream of consciousness goes through with the causal relationship. And that's it. It is the delayed result of a cause in the past time. So, when one do good things, good results follow. And when one do bad things, bad result follows. From existent to existent. Okay. That is the karma vada, belief of karma. Good things follow, bad things follow from life to life. That is the belief of karma, karma vada, the view of karma. We all say it, we all believe it, and it is also true, it's following you. But we are looking on a superficial level. We are looking at it loosely. We are taking it literally. When we say that it conveys the meaning that karma and a person are moving from life to life to life. When you take it, that principle, it conveys that you believe that karma and the person are moving from life to life. It is a wrong view of self. If you take it, that is a wrong view of self, based on karma. Okay, I'll recite that Pali word again. Karma vada satara detti, wrong view of self based on karma. And this kind of view exists in this world, with or without Buddha. Throughout time it exists, that view. Before arising of Buddha exists. During arising of Buddha and after the arising of Buddha still exists. Some people believe that way, period. There's nothing you can do about it. This kind of karma vada, karma belief, karma following one from life to life to life, existent to existent, is there, whether there's a Buddha arising or Buddha non-arising. However, the view of five aggregates, that is always arising and passing away, not only arising and passing away, and they are suffering dukkha. Basically, dukkha arising and passing away. So that's a view. The view 5 aggregates are always arising and passing away, and they are suffering dukkha. That kind of view arises only when a Buddha arises in this world. If the Buddha doesn't arise, that view is not in the world. Only when the Buddha arises, that views come into play. So keep that view. That is the Buddhist view. With that correct view in mind, a Buddhist must dedicate all the wholesome deeds that you do, wholesome thoughts, wholesome speech, wholesome deed that one does, that a Buddhist does. You must dedicate it for the extinction of suffering, for the extinction of suffering, to avoid the wrong view of self. If you say, because of this wholesome deed, may I become a Deva, angel, may I be reborn as a billionaire, may I be reborn as with an IQ of 200, then you are dedicating it with the wrong view. But if you are dedicating this wholesome deed may be the cause for the attainment of Nibbana, which means for the total extinction of suffering, for the cessation of mind and matter. If you dedicate like that, you avoid the wrong view of self. Only if one has this right view can attain Nibbana. Only one with this right view can eliminate all form of physical and mental suffering entirely. May all of you be able to practice mindfulness insight meditation, achieve the right view, and eventually attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.